illustrate the weird push and pull relationship between local and federal government in the U.S. Grand Rapids, Michigan has a river called the Grand River, and FEMA refuses to certify its flood walls, saying they're too short. The mayor, however, feels that the walls are not only high enough, they're a local issue, and the feds should just mind their own damn business. So last April, days-long rain fell in Grand Rapids, which caused flooding. People were being evacuated, water was rushing into buildings, the city was shelling out money to protect their wastewater treatment plant. But Mayor Hartwell kept delaying the declaration of a state of emergency. His colleagues, the media, and the police kept asking him why he wouldn't make the declaration, ensuring they'd get federal help and funds if water broke over the river's flood walls. So a local paper submitted a Freedom of Information Act request for the mayor's emails to find out what was behind his delay. They just got hundreds of documents back, and what they found was a big, clear-cut middle finger to the feds. It boils down to this. The mayor just didn't want to admit to FEMA that they were right about the flood walls. He felt so strongly that the well-being of the city was a local matter. Finally, after many days of holding out, he did declare the state of emergency. And because he did, the city will now be reimbursed by the federal government for much of the almost $2 million that the flooding cost. But guess what? The flood walls weren't breached. The mayor was right. But now, because he declared that state of emergency, he's being forced to work with FEMA on updating the flood walls, costing the city $4 million, even though the flood walls worked perfectly well during the epic flooding in April. The relationship between U.S., local, and federal governments is so weird. The federal government can outlaw one thing like marijuana, but states can go right ahead and legalize it. Some states have tried to outlaw Obamacare, which is hilarious. It's like local governments are constantly giving the feds the finger. And in the case of Grand Rapids, Michigan, that middle finger might have sunk the city. If local governments hate the federal government this much, it's no wonder that many of its citizens follow suit. Tonight, let's talk about that by following me on Twitter @TheResident.